All right, thanks, Zach. First, let me just say, when Tom Izzo says he's a program guy, that is the absolute truth. We had a tough week for our family. Sunday at 10:30, an hour and a half before tip, Tom is calling me and texting me, and then he calls my dad and texts my dad, calls my dad after the game on Sunday night after a big win. So that guy gets it, and he is here for the rest of us, and I think our department, obviously is led by some great people, Tom Izzo included, and so I appreciate that more than he can know. As Zach said, we had a busy week coming up. Official practice starts on Friday, and then first pitch dinner is Sunday, February 2nd. So we have Lance Parrish and Dan Petry coming in as our keynote speakers from the '84 Tiger team, which should be a lot of fun. We will honor a couple different alums as our alumni of the year, two strong supporters of our program, and Dr. Al Bowles and Mary Kay Bowles. We've had up to 600 people at this event before. Selfishly, it's a great opportunity for me to showcase my guys in front of the community. I know our guys really look forward to that day, and that day is kind of the thing that kind of kicks it all off for us. So, but yeah, practice starts on Friday, and then first game will be in Cary, North Carolina at the USA Baseball Complex on February 14th. So excited to get going. A lot of transfers, a lot of returners. We return the middle of the field pretty much, which should be exciting. We're deeper on the mound, I think, than we were a year ago, which should be a nice problem to have, I guess, trying to find innings for a bunch of guys, which we haven't had that in the past. And so, but yeah, it all starts with our first pitch dinner. People can go to msuspartans.com/firstpitch to register for that, or call our office and our operations guy, Tommy Merlo, at 355-4486. So just getting ramped up here. It's going to be a busy time, and we're excited for it. So questions at all?
Yeah, when it's actually zero outside, do your sort of juices for baseball start going now, or do you need, when does it actually hit you that it's just around the corner?
No, we're fired up. Yeah, for sure. I think when you get back from Christmas break, it's you know that the things are getting dialed up a little bit. Even though it's really cold outside, but our guys will be in the Duffy football building here at 1:30. We get 4 hours a week with them right now before Friday, so we'll be in there at 1:30 with our guys, just introducing some things, putting some defensive stuff in, and some bunt coverages and and all of that, just kind of introducing a lot of that so that we can kind of hit it full go on Friday. But our guys are used to getting ready inside. It can be zero, it can be 25, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to take them outside if it's 20 degrees because we don't want to get anybody hurt. So, but I would prefer it being warmer, yes.
Jake, a couple things. Tarek Skubal was shooting jump shots Sunday in Breslin Center. Did you get a chance to talk to any of your guys, and what would you like to ask him?
He did, yeah. He took some time with Joseph Jerwa and a couple of our other guys that I thought that was great. I think he doesn't need to do that, and for him to make time for our guys, obviously in a big day for him. Getting to experience Spartan basketball up close and personal. I've had a chance to sit where he sat, and it's a different game from down there. So, but he was great. He was very gracious and taking some time with our guys, which was great. And that was, Tom had set that up. I think called on Friday about that. So again, there's another example of Tom understands the impact that he can have on other programs here at Michigan State. So great experience for our guys. I had a chance to coach Chris Fetter, the pitching coach at for the Tigers. So I think question number one, if I had a chance to talk to Scuba, would have been, I need some dirt on Fetter. So, it's unbelievable year for him, obviously, and pretty exciting stuff down in Detroit.
Second thing, I hope this isn't too soon, but a lot of us known your dad forever before we knew you. Can you talk about how your mom affected and shaped the head baseball coach at Michigan State and what you want this program to be?
I don't know if I can, to be honest with you. She was a special lady, for sure. put up with my dad for 58 years, put up with me for 50, however many, 4 years now. She saw a lot of baseball. I think the amazing thing is she had her own way of keeping score, and yet she had no idea what was going on the field, which I thought was great, but she always knew who was up next and she knew what the score was, so. Yeah, but our family's been, baseball's been a big part of our family. Even my brother-in-law is here and played pro ball as well. So it's, it's a thing that obviously has been very tight with our family. And, I think my mom coaching my wife up a little bit, on kind of what she was in for when we first got married was pretty important. But yeah, she's going to be really missed.
I know this was a dream job of yours. Did you ever think you'd be here 17 years?
I don't know that I ever thought about it when I first got here. I think as we got into it, though, I remember talking to, I think, Mark Hollis about career goals. And if there maybe year 3, 4, we won a Big Ten championship in 2011, and he asked some questions along those lines, and I said, look, my goal is to retire from here, from Michigan State, and could I have told you that I've been here 17 years now? Probably not, but it is and continues to be the honor of my life to be here at Michigan State.
I just want to ask about the connection between this program and Petry and Parrish. Like, how did you guys get them to be the keynote speakers?
Yeah, so I've known Dan Petry for a long time. He used to help out at high school in the Catholic League down in Detroit. I had also had a chance to coach his son a number of years ago, 20-some years ago, I guess. So got to know Dan. Lance Parrish's son played at Michigan, and I had not met Lance until, I still haven't met him face to face, but I had not ever talked to Lance until I asked him if he would be willing to come in with Petry to the first pitch dinner. So, obviously we look for some type of connection to baseball, either here at Michigan State, which Dan kind of provides that. His son played hockey here as well. And then, something that we can tie into the state, which I think a lot of people obviously around here can relate to. So it seemed to work out great this year. We've had I think we've had 6 Hall of Famers now, 5 or 6 Hall of Famers that we've had speak at our first pitch dinner, and that's been awesome to see. And, these 2 guys are going to be fantastic, so we're excited to hear them.
My condolences, first of all. Secondly,
Thank you.
Parrish and Petry, do you get an idea that they keep an eye on the college game? Lance's son played at Michigan or whatever, but do they keep an eye on it? And you haven't spoken with Lance, but do you get that from Petry at all?
Yeah, I think Dan does. Just because a lot of the kids that he had coached are now playing, at a higher level, not only in pro ball, but at the college level. And I think he, he pays attention to that, obviously. So as far as Lance Parrish is concerned, I'm not sure. I'm looking forward to asking him that question. His son was a heck of a player, and so I don't know if he still follows it or not. I would assume that he does. Us baseball guys are kind of like that. I think you follow, all kinds of different, levels, and so it's very possible though. So.
Anything else?
All right. Thanks so much.